Now on Nightside, the chilling 911 call from the University of Idaho murders is key to the case. We'll tell you why the defense didn't want the jury to hear it only on 4 News Now.
A few sprinkles right now, but some of us will be waking up to a little snow. I'm tracking wet, windy weather for the weekend in your First Alert forecast.
Congress passes a funding bill to avert a government shutdown. How long this will keep the U.S. government afloat? You're watching 4 News Now Nightside. A major development in the case of 4 University of Idaho students murdered in their home. Thank you for staying up with us for Nightside. I'm Kirsten O'Connor. Today, more than 2 years after we filed a public records request for the 911 call, we now have that recording and the context of what it means to this case. We fought for this call to be released, but a judge initially kept it sealed as part of a gag order in the case. When portions of the transcript were released by the court last week, it no longer made sense for attorneys to hold it back. It gives context to the confusion that was happening when 2 young women realized their roommates weren't responding to calls or texts. They didn't know at the time that their roommates, Madison Mogan, Xana Kernodle, Ethan Chapin, and Kaylee Gonsalves, had been murdered 8 hours earlier. We do want to warn you that this is difficult to hear.
911 location of your emergency.
Hi, something is happening. Something's happened in our house. We don't know what.
It's what they said next that could be a key piece of evidence in the case and something the defense didn't want the jury to hear. Jordan Smith has been covering this case since it began. He joins us now with what this call reveals.
Well, the home here on King Road was torn down about a year ago, but the echoes of what happened likely won't fade for decades to come. For the first time tonight, we're learning more about the horror and the confusion from inside that house where several U of I students woke up to a nightmare.
What is the address of the emergency?
1122.
11:55 a.m. on November 13th, 2022, a young woman calls 911. Distraught, she passes the phone to another person who reveals a crucial detail in the case.
Tell me exactly what's going on.
One of the roommates has passed out, and she was drunk last night and she's not waking up.
Okay.
Oh, and they saw some man in their house last night.
We know from text messages released last week that one roommate saw a man wearing a mask and all black just after 4 a.m. The 2 surviving roommates were scared, even texting the other 4 people who lived in the house. But eventually, they just went to bed. By the time they made the 911 call, they only knew that the roommates still aren't responding, but they don't know why. The dispatcher pushes them for information not about what happened at 4 a.m., but about what's happening now and who may need help. This next exchange might be difficult to hear and is unedited.
Okay, I need to know what's going on right now if someone is passed out. Can you find that out?
Yeah, I'll come. Come on, but we gotta go check. But we have to. She's not waking up.
Okay, one moment. I'm getting help started that way.
Seconds later, a male voice urging everyone out of the house. He's then given the phone.
Hello? Okay, I need someone to stop passing the phone around because I've talked to 4 different people.
Okay, sorry, they just gave me the phone.
Is she breathing?
Hello?
Is she breathing?
No.
About 3 minutes into the call, a Moscow police officer arrives at the home and takes over. The 911 call is over, but the grisly discovery of 4 dead University of Idaho students and the court saga that's happened since is just beginning. Several news agencies, including 4 News Now, immediately reached out to try to hear that 911 phone call, or at least get some information as to who made it. But per the court's order, Whitcomb, the 911 call center here for the Moscow-Pullman area, was unable to release it. But now that it's in the open, the question becomes, what does the defense for Brian Kohberger do from here? The defense initially argued that the 911 phone call should not be allowed at trial. In fact, the defense made a motion to have the indictment against Brian Kohberger thrown out because it was played for the grand jury. The defense called it, quote, improperly admitted hearsay and an irrelevant attempt to bolster witness testimony. A Latah County judge dismissed that motion. The prosecution is now working to get that call admitted as evidence, saying, quote, the statement regarding a person being in the home is in direct response to why Kernodle may be passed out. Ada County Judge Stephen Hippler, who now presides over the case, will decide whether this will be admitted to trial, which is slated to begin this August. For 4 News Now, I'm Jordan Smith.
And the family of one of the victims, Kaylee Gonsalves, released a statement about this 911 call. The family asks the community not to point fingers at people who could not have prevented the murders. Reading in part, quote, the anger, the grief, the pain, they must all be focused on one thing, one person, the one who stole the innocence of Moscow that night. We demand justice, and that cause is all that matters now. Brian Koberger's trial is set to begin this August. To read the full transcript and listen to the entire 911 call, you can find this story on KXLY.com. The attorney of a man arrested by ICE in Spokane Valley believes local law enforcement broke state law. The video of Jason Ruiz Rodriguez and Cesar Ruiz Rodriguez being dragged out of a car has been shared thousands of times on social media. Jason's attorney believes the Spokane County Sheriff's Office violated the Keep Washington Working Act, leading to Jason's arrest.
I believe that local authorities impermissibly shared information with ICE in order to make this situation happen.
Attorney Kyle Madsen, who you just heard from, filed a motion to dismiss the criminal charges against Jason this afternoon. Right across the street from our newsroom tonight, concert goers already have headed home from the Spokane Arena. Just hosted Kelsey Ballerini this evening. You probably could have gotten away without a rain jacket today, but if you want to stay dry this weekend, that's going to have to change. We need to get serious. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker is here. I mean, there's going to be rain. There might be some snow.
Yes, and we're already seeing just a few sprinkles approaching the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. Thankfully, those concert goers will be back to their cars by the time we start to see. It'll be very light at first, but there's more coming. Here's a look at our broader view of our Doppler radar. In fact, a lot of what we're seeing here isn't even reaching the ground. This is just the hors d'oeuvre with the main event coming in overnight. Here's a look at our forecast radar. As we get into 5 a.m., we see widespread snow across the northern portions of our viewing area, all the way from the east slopes through the Okanagan and into the northeast mountains and North Idaho, but also right around Spokane, a band of snow with a mix of rain and snow further to the south. We'll keep that wet weather going through the morning. Here's 9 a.m. With more of a rain-snow mix, finally turning all to rain in the valley locations by the time we're into the afternoon. Here's 2 p.m. and then drying off a little bit, but here's 4 o'clock. Start to see some of that afternoon convection. Wouldn't rule out some graupel or even an isolated thunderstorm. So really, we have the potential to have rain, snow, graupel, and hail all in one day, and that is spring in the inland northwest. Forecast snow totals are a moving target. It is really going to depend on your elevation, and with these type of convective systems, you could get a bunch down the road from you and very little at your house. So we're looking at anywhere in the ballpark from a ½ inch to 2 inches for the most part, and a lot of that will melt very quickly as things turn over to rain and our winds pick up. We're going to see a high temperature of 47 degrees. 48 is our average high, and we do dry out as the afternoon progresses. I'll be back in just a few minutes to talk more about the winds and have the second half of your weekend forecast. Kirsten.
All right, thank you, Chris. Today, the U.S. Senate passed a stopgap funding bill that will keep the government running through September 30th. House Democrats fought hard to block it, but ultimately failed after Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and 9 others crossed party lines earlier to advance the bill. Schumer said his vote was to avert a shutdown and not fight the White House and the GOP on a measure he still called a bad bill.
My job as leader is to lead the party, and if there's going to be danger in the near future, to protect the party, and I'm proud I did it.
Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky was the only Republican to vote against the bill. With the funding bill's passage, it now goes to President Donald Trump's desk for his signature. The price of European wine may skyrocket if President Trump goes through with his newly proposed 200% tariff on all European alcohol. Local wine shops in Spokane are warning this could impact more than just their customers. Vino, a wine shop in downtown Spokane, says about 1/3 of its product is now at risk. The owner says a 200% tariff would make European wine too expensive, so he wouldn't be able to afford placing it on his shelves anymore. There is something he says can shake up the entire industry.
The people who are selling wine like we are, all of us are affected there. But beyond that, the people who deliver the wine to us, the whole delivery system that gets those wines into the country, they will all be affected. So there'll be people who lose their jobs, there'll be people who lose their businesses.
All they can do now, though, is wait and hope these wines don't slowly disappear from their shelves. With their WCC championship win, the Gonzaga Bulldogs have locked in a spot for their 26th straight NCAA tournament, Sydney.
And just a few days is Selection Sunday. That's where they're going to figure out where they play, who they play, what seed they're going to be. But until then, it's just all possibilities. Gonzaga is projected to be anywhere from a 5 seed to a 9 seed, but most analysts have them somewhere between a 6 and an 8. ESPN Bracketology has been swapping Gonzaga around a lot this week, slating them to play at sites like Wichita, Lexington, and Cleveland. Right now, they sit at a projected 7 seed to play in Cleveland for the first round. But it all fluctuates this week because non-conference teams are finishing out their seasons, and those outcomes can have an effect on where Gonzaga is placed. Again, as of today, Gonzaga is 8th in the net rankings and has 4 quad 1 wins. Those are all important factors in determining a tournament seed. But once we find out where the Zags are headed, we'll push a notification straight to your phone, so make sure you download the 4 News Now app, turn those notifications on. Then after 4 News Now at 6, you can head to KXLY Plus, where Jack Wallace and I will be breaking down everything to know about the Zags and their opponent before the start of March Madness and all the craziness.
Yeah, so much to look forward to on Sunday.
Yes, I'm excited.
A lot of pressure. All right, thanks, Sydney. Coming up, March is National Kidney Month, a time to raise awareness about kidney disease. We'll share the inspiring story of a living kidney donor and explain what doctors wish more people knew about organ donation. That's after the break.
We've got 2 big parades in the region to celebrate St. Patrick's Day weekend. Expect a few showers at each, and it is going to be windy, making those temperatures in the lower 40s feel even more crisp. I'll be back with the second half of your weekend forecast after the break.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
4 News Now is brought to you by Silver Mountain Resort in Kellogg, Idaho.
The 20th Annual Spokane Motorcycle Show is March 14th through 16th at the Spokane Fairgrounds. Incredible stunt shows, indoor swap meet, indoor poker run, great giveaways, and more. The Spokane Motorcycle Show, March 14th through 16th at the Spokane Fairgrounds.
All right, so let's begin.
Spend 2025 with Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Oh, no one else is clapping?
New Kimmel, weeknights on ABC.
Spike, I brought you here today because I've always admired your high energy and your positive attitude. So I want to hire you at Cal Cars.
He's a super dog on the floor. And he's selling like he's never sold before. Yeah, he's a super dog.
What's more powerful than an unexpected storm? Insurance that helps clean it up. Western National Insurance. That's the power of nice.
We all have a friend who loves the McDonald's hot, crispy filet-o-fish. My friend, you could be that friend.
Friends don't let friends miss buy one, add one for $1 on these classics.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The 20th Annual Spokane Motorcycle Show is March 14th through 16th at the Spokane Fairgrounds. Incredible stunt shows, indoor swap meet, indoor poker run, great giveaways, and more. The Spokane Motorcycle Show, March 14th through 16th at the Spokane Fairgrounds.
4 News Now is brought to you by Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical.
3, 2, 1. Ignition and liftoff.
Exciting. Anne McClain, a Spokane astronaut, is on her way to the International Space Station. This is really important. They are rescuing 2 crew members who've been stuck there on the ISS for 10 months. The launch was originally supposed to take place on Wednesday. It was scrubbed at the last minute because of an issue with the launch pad, but all systems go today. It looked great. Fun to watch.
I bet, and you having reported from the Space Coast, and I bet it's especially exciting for you.
It is fun, yeah, and to listen to all of what's going on when you're there in the audience and you're standing by it. Literally shakes the ground. It's a very exciting feeling. It used to be much bigger during the shuttle program.
Oh, yeah.
Cool to see SpaceX, too.
Do miss the shuttle, but it's still fun to have Anne McClain up there, isn't it? Speaking of things going on up in the atmosphere and beyond, well, I'll tell you what, I'll stick to the atmosphere. 4 things to know. Saturday morning snow in general, a 1/2 inch to 2 inch in the valleys. I might sleep in by the time it melts, working the night shift here. It won't be around for long. And then it is going to be a wet and breezy weekend with heavy mountain snow. Let's talk about winds. We're going through the day on Saturday. Here's 1 o'clock, and you can see some of the wind gusts we're going to be dealing with the parades going on. 30-mile-per-hour gusts in Spokane, 37 in Pullman, 32 in Ritzville, and it will stay breezy right on through the evening. And with our high temperatures only in the mid-40s, with the wet weather, it is going to feel pretty cool being out there at the parades. I would say it's parka weather, 50 in Ritzville, 53 in Grand Coulee, right around the Spokane area. Most locations staying in the 40s, including 48 in Meade, 48 in Spokane Valley, 50 in 9 Mile, and 45 in Spangle, 42 in Spirit Lake. Our chance of precipitation is going to be the highest in the morning, and then it tapers off to really just a few hit-and-miss showers as we get into the afternoon and evening. As I mentioned, heavy mountain snow. Tomorrow will not be a great day on any of the passes, but particularly Snoqualmie and Stevens, and this is just Saturday. There's more snow coming as we track our weather pattern into Sunday. You can see the heavy snow over the passes. Here's 2 a.m. Sunday heading into Sunday morning. But we also have that rain-snow mix in Spokane. I don't think we're going to see much of any accumulation with this next round of snow. Here's Sunday at 7 a.m. And then we begin to dry out and just have some hit and miss showers behind our system. Here's 2 p.m. and we are going to have those gusty winds again for another day. Your planning forecast. Meanwhile, plan on wet weather both Saturday and Sunday. The best chance of that wet weather is going to be the first part of the day. Monday, a chance of lingering showers. It is St. Patrick's Day. Green on the radar to match the green that we'll all be wearing. Tuesday, mostly sunny, and then mostly dry on Wednesday before we bring back some rain and snow showers for Thursday and Friday. Nice to see those 50s back on our 7-day forecast, but really these temperatures are just about average, not too far one way or the other through the 7-day forecast. Kirsten?
I love that green to match what we're wearing.
Sure.
That's great. Thanks, Chris. Well, March is National Kidney Month, the time to raise awareness about kidney disease. Right now, more than 90,000 Americans are waiting for a kidney transplant, according to the Mayo Clinic. But experts say there are a lot of misconceptions that discourage potential donors. Mary Sheridan tells us the story of a living kidney donor and busts the myths about the procedure that can save a life.
It's a connection they consider to be providential. Born 18 days apart, Megan and Regina have never lived life without the other.
We didn't know it, 35 years ago when both of our mothers were pregnant, that this would be our story.
Their tale of friendship took a twist in 2022 when Regina got so sick her name had to be added to the kidney transplant list. One of nearly 90,000 people left hoping. But the Mayo Clinic confirmed Megan as a match to her childhood best friend. And in 2023, she gave the best gift anyone could give, a new chance at life.
Many of our patients wait 4 to 6 to even 9 or 10 years before they receive that gift of life.
Transplant surgeon Dr. Shannon Mao says the need significantly outweighs the organ supply, and less than a third of people waiting will get a kidney this year. Mao believes it's due to common misconceptions, like living kidney donors have to have perfect health. She says that's false. They need to be generally healthy, but donors can potentially have controlled high blood pressure or type 2 diabetes. Second, those over age 50 can't be a living donor. Mao says there's no age limit. Donors just have to be 18 or older. Third, you have to be related to a match. Mao says Megan is living proof that's not true. More than a year after the transplant, both friends are doing well.
I always considered her family, and now she truly is family.
The Mayo Clinic says 2 other misconceptions are that living kidney donors can't have an active lifestyle after donation. Experts say in most cases, donors return to normal activities 4 to 6 weeks after surgery. In fact, Megan is currently training for a 160-mile trail run to promote living kidney donation awareness. And finally, experts say some believe donating a kidney shortens the donor's lifespan, but experts say multiple studies show that's simply not true. For 4 News Now, I'm Mary Sheridan.
And after the break, one Spokane organization celebrated Mardi Gras today. How events like these hope to bring awareness to the barriers women face when experiencing homelessness.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Introducing, representing Cal Cars. Here to sell the best lineup of trucks in the region, Spike the Bulldog.
Yeah, he's a super dog.
From solid wood cabinets to designer patterned carpets and Italian-made tiles for exotic looks, Brothers Flooring and Design in Spokane and Post Falls has been helping homeowners discover fun, new products to remodel and improve their kitchens, bedrooms, and bathrooms for almost 10 years.
At Brothers Flooring and Design, we don't want you just to like your floors, we want you to love them.
At Brothers Flooring, we make it beautiful.
This year, turn your backyard into a fun, relaxing paradise. From Quality Spas of Spokane, the little store that sells the most hot tubs and swim spas. Made right here in the United States by Cal Spas.
Bill's Heating would like to congratulate Dino Scarpa on winning 2 tickets to the WCC tournament in Vegas.
Hey, Ben, I make this shot, you have to take me with you to Vegas. Deal?
All right, fine. But you got 1 shot.
Watch and learn. Okay. All right, 2 out of 3.
At Shriners Children's, we're home to the world's leading pediatric orthopedic care. Because so many life-changing advancements start here. We provide access to the best doctors and never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs. We're the first place to turn for the most common or complex orthopedic conditions. Home to possibility and empowering kids to achieve the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mamma Mia. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Welcome back. Hope House, a women's shelter that is usually open 24 hours a day, is now only operating at night. This comes as the 100-bed shelter is in the process of closing its doors for good in July. Hope House offered meals, drug and behavioral health treatment, and employment readiness programs. Now women who used those services will need to find somewhere else to go.
You need to do housing searches. Do you need to get applications done to get on low income or permanent supportive housing wait lists? How can we create an environment where, yes, you're getting your meals every day, but you're also getting engagement with people who are here to support you?
The city of Spokane says it is in the process of opening 2 more shelters, one for women experiencing domestic violence and one for women that will be at Knox Presbyterian. The goal is to have these up and running before Hope House closes for good. Well, today is Mardi Gras, a celebration that raises awareness for women who experience homelessness in Spokane through a donation drive collecting undergarments and hygiene products. This is the 9th annual year of this event. It started in reaction to the high need for these products for people who are homeless in the community. Items collected include bras, underwear, tampons, and other hygiene products.
It really makes a huge difference in how someone feels and how they see themselves, because I know that if I were walking around all day in a busted old underwire bra, I'm going to be uncomfortable. I'm probably going to be cranky.
And many of these products are not cheap, but still basic human needs. The goal is to not only give these tangible things to people in our local shelters, but also open the conversation about the homelessness crisis in our community. While the big drop-off event took place today, you are still encouraged to bring in goods or make monetary donations. You can find information on how to do that on our website, kxly.com. The Seattle Seahawks are making big moves during the offseason. Sydney Berger will be back with the newest addition to Seattle's offense.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Parker Subaru.
3 women, 2 roses, 1 grant, and a whole lot of thoughts going in my head. This week is overnight.
Are you ready for an engagement?
I'm like a little broken.
I'm scared of getting hurt too.
Because of the limited time we've had together, I actually don't know that much about you.
Some of the things that you said do have me worried a little bit.
I think that you're a very good guy, but...
I love your daughter so much.
Are you saying munch?
Yep. He's craving my new Big Smash Jack with more than double the beef of a Big Mac.
I'm in love.
With? What's her face, right? Get my new Big Smash Jack and so much more.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
I'm a real wild one. Once in a while, we all want to go wild. We just need a little help. Meet a little help. The 2024 Ford Bronco Sport Wild Edition goes over any terrain, so you can go all out. Get a wild deal on a Bronco Sport today. Lease a 24 Bronco Sport 4x4 Wild Edition for just $299 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Hey, there he is. Let's do this.
Hey, you ready? Yeah.
You're up, guys. All right.
Right now, you can lease a new, fun-to-drive 2025 Toyota Camry for just $359 a month. Visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Go from dreaming it to driving it today.
Yeah.
Come on.
Toyota, let's go places.
If you like options, you'll love my $5 all-day big deal meal. Choose from 4 delicious entrees and 5 tasty sides with a drink. Oh, and nobody else includes breakfast items all day. Just this guy. At Jack, every bite's a big deal.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Los Angeles has been home to Cooper Kupp since he was drafted in 2017, but now he gets to return to his home state. Kupp will play professional football just 2 hours away from where he played in high school and 4 hours from where he played in college. The Seahawks have reached an agreement to bring Kupp to Seattle after he was released from the Rams. Kupp is a Yakima native and played his entire college career at Eastern Washington. In his career as an Eagle, he broke 15 FCS, 11 Big Sky, and 26 program records. That's 52 records in his 52 games at Eastern Washington. So he's regarded as one of the best to ever do it in Cheney, and now gets to return to his home state. Kupp's new contract in Seattle is reportedly a 3-year, $45 million deal. So Seattle's been making some big moves in the offseason and through free agency. They've signed quarterback Sam Darnold after trading Geno Smith and are beginning to fill the pass catcher roles with Cooper Kupp and Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Right now, the Seahawks' first pick is 18th overall in this year's NFL draft. But March is no time for football season. It's all about the NCAA tournament with March Madness just days away. The Gonzaga Bulldogs are waiting in the wings patiently. Everything right now is out of their hands as they wait for Selection Sunday to find out where they will play and who they will play for their first round game. Gonzaga has made it past the first 2 rounds and played in the Sweet 16 round 15 years in a row. Obviously hoping to continue that streak during this tournament run. Regardless, though, they continue to write history when they make their official 26th straight tournament appearance.
Rocky, got a little surprise for you today.
That's Spokane Velocity head coach Lee Wiedman with his arm around 17-year-old Rocky Wells. Rocky is currently a junior at Meade High School, has been training with the Velocity for about a year, and now is the first local youth player to sign with the team. He's under an academy contract, which means he can keep all of his NCAA eligibility while playing in the pros. Coach Wiedman calling this an integral moment for the club. In the video, you could just see his family there for the surprise. That's his mom and dad. Getting to sign a contract at 17 years old while still in high school.
What a
has
dream.
to be a crazy flex to your friends, at least.
Seriously.
Like, I don't know what I was doing at 17, but I don't think it was playing professional sports already. Like, that's crazy.
I know. His Snapchat's got to be blowing up.
You know, he's going to be the most popular guy in school. If he wasn't already, we need to do some research on him. He seems like a great guy. I'd love to get a story going with him. He seems awesome.
Yeah, congrats to him. All right. Thank you, Sydney. We'll be back after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
What's for dinner? Shop Fred Meyer for appetizing ingredients and big savings, like $600 in digital coupons and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Guys, I want to introduce you to our new salesperson. I really think he's going to spike sales.
He's a super dog on the floor. Yeah, he's a super dog.
Watch KXLY Plus over the air on KXLY ABC4. Live updates, breaking news, weather every 10 minutes from the 4 News Now team. Get up to date on the information you need in just an hour. Weekdays at 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. over the air on KXLY ABC4.
Hey, Donnie, can you give me one reason to call the advocates?
Sorry, Ken, I can't.
I can. I mean, who fights like we do? You can't give me one reason?
Nope.
How about that we take on big insurance bullies? We're not afraid of any case. We're passionate and smart. Really? You can't come up with one reason?
I can't come up with one, Ken. Because there are 500 million.
All the money we've recovered for our clients. Injured? You deserve justice. You deserve an advocate.
Hey, Rob, let's gear up and go this year.
Try searching, fishing, and hunting.
I know where I'm going, yeah.
Let's go.
This year, the outdoors is unleashed at the Bighorn Show, March 20th to 23rd at the Spokane County Fairgrounds. Veterans, first responders, and military enjoy $7 tickets on Hero Day, plus a free Dave Bray USA concert. On Family Day, kids are free. Get tickets at bighornshow.com. Presented by the Kalispel Tribe of Indians.
Fred Meyer Boost makes saving easy with 2 times fuel points, unlimited free delivery, and your choice of Disney Plus, Hulu, or ESPN Plus on us. Discover all the easy ways to save when you enroll in Boost today. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
And before we go, we want to take a moment to celebrate Chris Crocker.
Oh.
And obviously, look at this wonderful forecast.
For that forecast?
Yes. But we won't have enough time, so let's yay the forecast, but also Chris emceed the YWCA's annual Women of Achievement Awards luncheon today, which of course recognizes and honors women who are leaders in Spokane. And Chris, you were honored with an honorary Woman of Achievement Award yourself, so congratulations to you.
Oh, thank you. Well, what a wonderful event. This is the 20th year that I have emceed it, and today at the luncheon, over 100 and $25,000 was raised to support the WISE mission of helping families and women, and they do so much, and very important programs. So
yes,
thanks to everyone that contributed.
Yes, wonderful to see that. You're an inspiration to so many women in our newsroom. I know the two of us included.
Oh, geez, thank you.
We love Chris. And we love you. See ya.